Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's currently 26th of April and this morning I had frost on my car and now I know it's cold. Anyway, today I bring you to the one and only Poolsbrook Country Park. This place has been local to me for many years. I used to fish down here as a kid. I grew up in a little village called Kalo, just over there, and sometimes would even make the journey on us push bikes down onto Transpennine Trail, down here and have a day's fishing. And it used to be awesome. And because I live local to Poolsbrook Country Park, it's got 3 lakes, and I'm going to walk you around all of them today and show you what kind of fishing's available. See what we've got in store, see how many bins we've got to deal with, how many safety rings we've got, any concerns. But I'll tell you something now, this place is stunning, and walking around it regularly on dog walks and just general walks, there's not really much bad to say about the place. So I'm going to spin you around and show you the car park, and then we're going to start off on Spey Lake. So you're coming through this entrance here. Now the main car park for the cafe and parking, everything's up there. It's free parking. You can just go a bit further down here, turn left and follow it up and into there. But most of the anglers, what they'll do, they'll come through this way if they're fishing on these 2 lakes over here, and particularly these first few pegs here, and they'll park in this car park and then they'll sort of venture out to where they're going to fish that way. That's the main res there, or lake. That is a second lake, and this one here, the small one, is what I know as the Spey Lake. So I want to start off by going to that one first. But walking in, first off, we've got a bin. Awesome. And then straight away, before you're even met with anything fishing related, you've got notice boards. So local fishing matches, fishing club, so a lot of fishing related stuff on there. So that's probably going to be fishing notice board. And then round this bit here, you've got some nice deep water signs, danger thin ice, no authorised boating, no authorised swimming, and a bunch of common sense bullet points there. So awesome. Minimum, that's what you need safety wise. And same again, I'll show you up there on the main car park. There's also same again up there. But already we've been met with what is required. So I'm going to go over here. Here we've got some keep your dogs on leads, common sense stuff again. I'm actually down here today with youngest and me lovely fiance, and we've brought our dog. Car park gates locked at 8 PM, telephone number on there. As I've pulled in today, local park rangers who were blocking people from getting in, and who said that a load of travellers had already started making their way into another local car park and they'd cut the locks off the gates. So not ideal, but what can you do? He's now gone, so I'm going to walk my way around this way. Now, first lake, Spey Lake, I'm going to start off by going this way, because a lot of people park here and they go on these early pegs here, but it is accessible all the way around by walking and with your barrow. So I'm going to start off by walking this way. Do not obstruct the gate, so anything like park rangers or emergency services or anything like that, you don't want to be parking in front of that thing, so make sure you keep that nice and clear. Got some lovely big woods behind. 2 benches straight away. I actually did a video down here not long back, fishing with some hair curlers, link in the description. And had a blinding day with roach. This is first peg on here. See if Mr. Goose will let me come. Not sure what that is. Might be off here somewhere. But first peg on here. Really carpy looking corner. I think that's some sort of outlet over there. There's a big goose nest on it. And then you've got a nice sort of left-hand chuck here. There's a couple of carp anglers down there. And we are quickly, it's warmed up this morning. It wouldn't surprise me if we see any fish on top today, but again, another moulded plastic peg all bolted together. This thing will last loads longer than wood will, so anywhere that have got these installed, amazing bit of kit. So that's first peg on there. Walk you around here. And again, it's there's a main road there, but it's not a busy one. You don't get a lot of traffic noise. And these pegs, like, they're all sort of nice and secluded as well. Like, there's a lot of overhanging trees around them. This is next peg. It's like a gravel-filled peg, but again, the boards are the very stiff plastic stuff. Really nice. And I tell you what, if any on you are not all big, massive specimen fans, this place is stuffed with roach. I have had thousands of them, like in a long day session down here as a kid, and when I come up not long back, it's still stuffed with them. But loads of room for bivvies as well. I think they've got a night permit. I'm not sure. You'll have to query that. But there's some good fishing to be had up here. You've got all these little cuttings here. These bits aren't pegs, but you can access the water's edge down there, you know, for chucking any bait in. Couple of bags of gravel here. This is probably what they use for filling holes in, or like that peg we've just seen over there. Probably utilise those for a bit of maintenance, which is ideal. And this, it is a bit of a bridge, but there's only a tiny little brook stream thing that runs under it. It's not much, but a little tiny bridge. And then you've got that area there. It's a bit of farmland, that. I don't actually think it's anything to do with Country Park, but nice bit of farmland. And then down here, it's a bit mucky, but it's a bit firm, so it should be alright. We'll go down here onto these few pegs. This is the peg where I actually did my video where I was fishing with air curlers. And you can already see that a lot's changed. I think they were just that concrete plinth before, now they've put a bit of extension on there. Got a nice big area here for your bivvy. It's all got overhanging trees as well. Really nice lake, and for Spey Lake up here, the layout is perfect. But yeah, just compact gravel, easy access all round, nice good margin swim there. Right, we'll go on to the next one and have a look. So this is next peg in, peg 3. Very nice. Already I've spotted a safety ring over there, so I don't need to worry too much about them. And oh, there's another one behind me. So not ideal, it's not enclosed in a case, but it's a safety ring nonetheless. So very, very nice. This is 4th peg in, so I've just stood on that one there. 4th peg in, 2 safety rings, a few bins, and a few benches already. Can't be bad. Another nice peg in. This is like last one before you then go back up here and then round onto the next few. But imagine it, pod on there, or box and everything, bivvy here, or misses, sun lounger, bulk barbecue, all that stuff. You know how it is. Really accessible as well. So getting down here with your barrow and stuff, really easy. I'm going to go back up here onto the path and head that way now. When I was younger, the matches that used to be on here used to appeal to me. There was a time when you couldn't have a permit on here unless you lived in Borough. And you used to have to try and fob your address to get one. Or I live with my auntie and she lives in Poolsbrook. Now that way continues down the main path around Lake. There's a little footpath here. That one there, it's a separate footpath that takes you up. It's like a bit of an horse riding area, that. And already there is another safety ring. That is actually a path there. It is accessible down to that other peg we were just on, but there's another safety ring box there. So that's amazing. So 3 safety rings, 5 minutes in. Awesome. Next peg. Nice looking peg. Loads of room behind. Very nice. If you imagine yourself with a pod there and a bivvy behind your ear, nice day's fishing to be had there. And then next peg, you can just access peg to peg access like this. Then you've got walkways up onto the main path there as well. But very, very nice. Stunning place. There's been times over the years when I've walked around here with dog and missus and what have you, and I've just always thought I've got to get on here and spend some time fishing on here. There's some big carp in here as well. Good mate of mine, Matt, he used to spend his life up here with his missus fishing, and he knows alt carp by first name terms up there. Right, and then just before we go back onto the walkway, we've got this last peg here, again with loads of water to cover either side before we go back through onto the next few pegs. And this is towards bottom end at lake now, and again this main path all the way up. I don't know, you know, if you remember and you have a key, you can actually drive round, drop your tackle off, but then go and park back up. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I'm sure that was something that were in place before. I could be wrong. Another nice big peg area there, look. Really healthy water. It's just got that really good smell around here of fresh mud and fresh grass and clean and nice healthy pond water. Right, I'm going to walk around this way now onto the next few pegs. There's a few anglers here, so I'm not going to go in the faces like I normally don't, but I'm going to show you the other side and then cross over onto the next one. And with any heavy rain, there is an inlet here, look, as well. So it actually comes like a bit of an irrigation ditch. It actually comes, there's like a bit of an hill over there, comes underneath the path and down in. So it's always got a nice healthy flow of water going in when it rains. Right, so now we're just back on this main path again. We've just come this way up. So this is the main path taking you back to the car park we were on. There's actually another peg to the right hand side there, but there's a couple of chaps fishing on it. And if they shout me over and start talking, and sometimes they ask me if I'm filming, and I'll say yeah. And you know, I'll have a conversation with them on camera, it's no problem. But if no one says oh, I don't want to be in people's faces. But another nice peg here, all backfilled with some gravel. It's got a nice plastic frame to it. Loads of room for bivvy space as well behind you. So if you think of that peg there with a pod on it, you've got all this area here, and then a path there up onto the road. And you can either carry on up road here, or you can walk through here peg to peg. So I'll show you this bit now. Again, this is next peg. There's a chap fishing on a peg there, so again I'm not going to go in his face, but as you can see, bench, peg. If I just step back here like this, you've actually got all this space here for this peg pretty much. So I think that peg there's got loads of room, but loads of room for bivvy space. There's actually a car down there with them anglers, so I think if you remember you can actually drive to your peg, but then there's all this space here. So I'm not going to go down that way because there's a chap fishing, and there's Spey anglers as well with alarms at bivvies and everything. So it's not like I'm walking past someone on his box. I don't want to be filming someone's bed space. So walk back up this way, see these next few pegs, and then we'll be in car park. This is next peg up after the chap who's fishing, and I don't think there's anyone else to the left now. No. Oh, so he's fishing there. There's actually another peg there, another peg here, and this one, as you can see from here, it's got a lovely margin all the way down there. Nice trees next to you, nice big head of water right in front on you as well. So loads of access to fishing here, loads of room for bivvy space as well. If you had your wits about you, you'd probably get it under them trees there, keep some wind off you. Right, so now there's no one fishing down here. I'm actually going to walk back through this way. Another safety ring. So we've seen 4 safety rings already. So 4 safety rings, another peg. This one I think's always had a chain across it. I'm not sure why. It's out of bounds area, I think, probably for spawning. This is a dog. Oh, is it you? Right, we're going to go back up that way, and then we'll finish off here, and then we'll go over on to the next one, and I'll show you these pegs. Another nice big bed bivvy space here. 2 massive pegs next to each other here. So if you're coming down fishing, you're bringing a couple of pals or a few bivvies, it'd make sense to get on one of these pegs. You've got loads of room behind you, loads. A couple more bags of gravel there as well. And as you can see, these pegs here absolutely scream fish. There's even some pads coming up here. In fact, in front of a lot of these pegs, I forgot to say, there's loads of pads that do come up, so fish do always come close in on these pegs, so you don't always need to cast all the way out there for a bite. Very nice. And this area here just next to it, it's like another out of bounds area. probably used to be a peg, look, with boards, but everything's just been left to grow, and to be fair, it'd make a nice spawning area for fish here, so makes sense not to have a peg on it. Loads more gravel used here, look. So if this is like a really muddy area, I guess it makes sense to put a lot of this on it to try and stiffen it up a bit. Another peg, overhanging trees, loads of bivvy space behind. I keep saying bivvy space, this is Spey Lake, so you can come up here with feeder rod and tackle box and everything and have a good day. But another one here, look, loads of room. And this one I think is the last peg before we're done. And all these little tiny baby lilies, this sort of covers all this area with these, and you can sometimes come down and see carp rolling in and right in edge. So I imagine this part of the lake, this corner here and these few pegs are a big focus area for spawning, and that's the peg we started on over there. And then back to the car park, and this notice board here I think is just for Carp Lake. Yeah, so general fishery rules, take a screen grab of that if anyone you're interested. But Carp Lake, no, so just common sense, guys, but there's rules for Carp Lake. Right, so that's all that lake done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take you off at road to that lake. This is the big main lake here. I want to take you over there, we're going to circle that one, and I'll show you what that one looks like, because it hasn't really got a main car park, that one, and that's one of the main reasons why it's avoided. So I'm going to take you over there, show you that one, and then we're going to come and do what big one. Right, so we just come out of here. This is where I went in, that's where I started. If you cross Audit road and go down here, look, there's some wet stuff over there. Mrs. Child, dog. I'm going to walk you around this way. I'm going to take you down to the water's edge, show you at pegs, Audit bridge, and then show you this side, and then we'll cross actually back over this way, and we'll come back here, and then we'll do a full circle of that one, or probably that way, I'll see yet. And then I'll show you all that. And aim is, guys, just to give you a nice clear view of somewhere, because I've been fishing places millions of times and I've not actually seen every peg on a particular lake or a venue. So I like to just give you all a nice clear view of what a fishery offers as a whole, really. So it's always good just to know. One day you might want to come fishing to the same place, or you might want to fish somewhere different, but there's actually somewhere on a lake you normally fish that you might enjoy and you just don't know about it. So I'm just cutting through here because we're going to finish up over here and I don't want to have to walk back on myself. So if I show you from here, another bench, these are pegs, look, lovely pegs down here. So I've just walked from over here, so I'm over there, I've just come down, and these are the first sort of few pegs on venue. I'm going to finish up over here, so I want to start and show you from down here. So this is first peg on this side, I think. Yeah, so main bridge there for outlet from Big Res into this one. That's just there. First peg, solid, thick plastic peg. Nice platform to be on, won't rot, it's not damaged. You know, nice bit of area behind for luggage and everything. And you can keep everything in there nice and compact and away from main path. And again, not a lot of people use this path, because there is a secondary path going all the way around it as well, so loads of access to pegs. Nice big bench there. And then second peg in, again, really hard, durable peg, loads of, you can actually see the old platform and they've actually left it there. Because, I mean, getting rid of that, it's just taking up away space for you to put more gear on, so. And then next peg here, I mean, you can't really argue that peg's not going nowhere. It's got a solid wooden frame. What's that, peg 3 does it say on it? Yeah. It's not one of the new pegs, but I mean it's solid. And this is water and chuck you've got from this angle. Bridges down there, you know, and you've got a nice arc here for casting. You've even got a good far bank chuck over there if there's nobody on it. So now I'm going to walk you around this way and take you all the way around the lake that way and give you a nice clear view of all of it. Peg 4, same as peg 3 pretty much, loads of room. I've actually got this big area here, I'm not sure what this is used for, but nice big gravel area. Might be for when utility vehicles park up, I guess. Got a bin, and we've got danger thin ice sign. So if we've got danger thin ice sign, we're obviously going to be worrying about water as well. Another good peg here, you can actually access the pegs by walking down this way, look, so you've got this area here, plenty of room to get an ice box on. There's some good carp in here, you know, not as big as what's in big Spey Lake, but there's some nice carp in this one. I've seen photos on them. Another nice looking peg there, and these are a wayfront footpath. We've got a bin up there, a wayfront footpath these, so plenty of room for your gear, plenty of room to go for a teddle. Nice peg here, look, someone's actually left sweet corn tin, whatever that is. So a bit of litter, but so far we've hardly seen any. It's one of them places it gets walked around a lot daily, so people just know not to abuse it. Nice peg there. Again, a few cans. And we'll go through onto this one. And again, nice sturdy peg. One of them peg 9, so all these have got peg numbers on. We've got a nice chuck over there as well. Safety ring there. I have actually seen another one somewhere through trees, but we've got one, you know, so if somebody's out there struggling, you've got a ring there to be chucked out. So, and hopefully there's some more up on this bank up here. Right, safety ring box there. Oh, it's actually, the pole is actually there as well. So you can actually see the actual pole for it. So that's been either pulled down or it's just fell over and rotted away, but that wants reporting. It's not like it's the only one on here, so it just wants reporting to be repaired. That it's just a job that council come out and either refit it and put a lid on it or chuck a new one up. Right, the missus and small human have said there's a heron behind this tree. Don't know where they're looking. Oh, there, look, off he goes. Big heron. Big that. Nice peg here. Don't look like one that gets fished a lot. There's not a lot of traffic signs here, but there's a really nice fishy looking peg. So, and then this peg, I've actually got a big notice board here. It's actually a barrier for Western Power Distribution, and I bet any money when this flooded a while back with bad rain we've had, that's washed up there and this is just growing over at top. But something else just wants pulling out. If a work party's down here anytime soon, it's something for them to look at. But this peg, again, I mean, to me that's an ideal peg, that I'd love that, but just wants trimming a little bit, I guess. Next peg, and then I think it finishes here before we go up onto the bridge and then cross over that way. And you normally see, it might be a bit too cool for it today, but normally you see up carp on top down here. What we're on, peg 13. What a number to walk on. But very nice. Mrs said that heron, when it flew off, it got a fish in its mouth as it went, and she's got it on camera. So if that's right, I'll put it in right now.
It's gonna flap. It's watching for a fish lot. It's got one. It's got a fish. Yeah.
But again, loads of room behind up pegs as well. Make a good little match venue on here. It's just parking, I guess, going up here parking. Oh, there's a car pulling down. Don't want to run on my missus and kid over because I've not insured them yet. There's actually a sign in this tree. I can't see what it says. Oh, no swimming. So there is a sign there. All this just wants trimming back. It's just all back end of last year in this winter's growth. But there's another sign there that can be on show. And now we're going onto the bridge. So this here is kids used to look over here and see all carp all milling about on top here near outlet. And big sturdy concrete bridge. And this is outlet flow going down this side. So if any of you are interested or wonder where it goes, I think it makes its way down into Rother. That keeps Rother topped up. Now, there's an access point here, but it's not to any pegs or anything. But I used to sit here floating bred as kids with big carp rods, with big kingfisher rods. Oh, there's actually a sign down here, look. Let me try and get down to this. So, danger deep water, no swimming, no boating. So that one's taken out and refitting to wherever that goes, that, because you know how much it'd cost to get one of them ordered and fitted. So that one's putting back up. But it's there, you can see it. There's actually one over there at main entrance, so it's not like we've not seen one already. So we're going to go around this way now and show you these pegs, and then we'll do a circle at Big Res and show you that one. Another danger thin ice sign there. Plenty of them around. Really busy estate round here in Poolsbrook, so I guess with how many kids they probably get coming down in winter, it's worth putting a few signs up. And this is its first peg on this side. So again, nice solid platform, like a bit of fake turf over the top of that as well, but loads of room around here for all your gear. And then you've got this main path back up there, and you've actually got this path going down side at pegs. So while they go that way, I'll go this way and show you at pegs. Next peg. Quite solid peg. Again, it's just a really sturdy plastic peg, and they just put some of this sort of turfy stuff over the top, so just gives it a bit more grip, I guess, in winter. And I don't know, I guess bring your box and gear down and that, it makes less noise. But nice chuck from here, from this peg. You've got that big tree over there in that far bank if no one's on that peg. It just looks fishy as hell. Just absolutely screams fish down here. Definitely need to come and do a video on this lake. Some massive tension here too from what I've seen. And then through here, under Willer, onto the next peg. Got this one here. And again, good chuck over there. Between that peg and that peg, you've actually got all that reed line there. You know, if you want to chuck a method over or a feeder, I guess, but I don't think it's all that deep either, this lake. A mate of mine, Mark Wilson, fishes on here quite a lot, or he has done. He's one to ask any questions if any on you want to come and have a dip with pole. He'll tell you what rigs to use and what have you. Another nice peg here. Plenty of room behind this one. You've actually got a path going up there, and you've got a nice overhanging tree here as well. So I'm going to go through here and just access as many as I can. This might be the last one actually. Let's go and have a look. No, but the path there. So again, that's your old peg. This is what new ones that's gone in. They've actually left them where they are because it's pointless taking a big structure like that out. You might as well leave it there and you can use it, because that can house a box, and this stuff, you know, if you want to put any bank sticks in or anything like that, you know, that's available there for you as well. So it makes sense to leave them both in. Got some bird feeders up here, and then we've got a black swan making his way through here. Oh, he's going right under. Ollie, yeah? Come down to this peg here with me, pal. Let's see if this, come here, look. Let's see if this lovely black swan, I'll have a bit of bread. Let's have a look what you got.
Got that and then some bird feed.
Cool. See if you'll come out for some. Oh, a bit slippy. There we go. Let's leave him in water. Oh, look at you. That nice. He's dropping it all over the floor, swan.
Do you want to see if you'll fix me tight your hand?
Go on then. Do you want to come down here and try it?
I don't want to do it.
Honestly, it's really tame. Not hurt you. You don't want to? Fair enough. Right, put all them down there for Mr. Swan.
I'm sure I'm at that other lake and you stroked it.
You did? Right, I'm going to leave you here, and we're going to go up that way and show you guys what's still there. Right, and this peg, again, one other solid plastic platform, and then we've got a few more here before we actually finish off on this lake. But from this angle, on this peg, you've got this big willow here, you can fish underneath, there's a chap setting up over there, and you've got loads of water in front of you here, so I dare say these next few pegs will offer a lot more. And this one, very nice. Got a nice pole line down here, if you could sat handle sitting there with pole down that way. Nice banking next to you, solid peg again. Mr. Black Swan's coming, but loads of water in front of this one. This would be a nice peg to sort of venture out with a feeder or a pole or anything like that, or even nice deep waggler fishing out there. Be really good. I've got none left. I've run out. I've got none left. I've run out. Right. See you later. And actually walking down these pegs, I've missed it, but there's another safety ring there, and I think it's the one that I saw from far bank. So another safety ring, another bench. And then just before you get to main road here, this is the last of this bit of lake. And I don't think there's any more pegs here. No, there's not. Oh, big heron. Off he goes. It's like a zoo down here. And then there's outlet, or inlet, shall I say, for main res. That leaks off into there and keeps this topped up. So a bit of a reservoir system, but I don't think it's recognised as a reservoir. But now I'm going to take you up here. I'm going to start here somewhere. I'm going to do a full circle at this big res and all the way back to the car park over there. For a crossover as well. Signs here and signs on that side before you even get in there. So there's plenty of warnings before you go in of what to look out for. Yeah, when you cross the road, always look both ways. Up, down. Yep, no, come in. This is your outlet. So whenever it's flooding or anything like that, this takes care of it. And again, years ago as kids, this is where you normally see a little big carp on a really, really hot summer's day. You've got main park over there, and we're going to walk around this way now, just do a lap it this way. And I want to come back on myself here, so I'll show you that as we go. And again, safety signs before we even get near the place. Right, this is the first peg on main res. I don't know what the number does, but this is first peg next to the actual outlet. So nice concrete platform, really sturdy peg, plenty of room either side. There's actually some big carp in here still from what I've seen and heard, so any of you carp lads wanting to come up and venture up here, there's loads of room for you. And it's path, and then this one takes you down onto this peg, and again loads of room. You can actually access pegs that way as well, look. So a few steps, concrete plinth, and then they've put these on, which have just, I guess it saves you putting a platform out there, doesn't it? Makes it a bit easier for you. We'll go this way. This is next peg, and again you've got access to it there, front path. Nice looking peg, a couple of reeds, tree next to you, this reed line here, and we'll go up here. And I think there's a chap fishing up here, so I'll have to be careful. Next peg, loads of room behind this one. Nice island there to that chuck, so it's a floating island as well, so a nice feeder chuck over there, you'd be able to get any of them fish that are keeping cover under that. And then this path is what we just walked onto from up there. The car park is only there, so you can park there and actually make your way to these pegs, and you can keep tabs on your car most of the day. So these are the next few pegs. Again, loads of access to these. They do have regular matches on here as well, so they get used. Very nice. No litter. No litter. It's a country park, and I don't know if they've got many litter pickers around here, but it's that busy day in, day out. I don't think people are all that fussed about being caught throwing litter everywhere, but very, very nice. Chat fishing on that peg. Right, we'll go up here and have a look at the rest of it. But it's car park anyway. Right, you got another entrance there. That's where we started off at first and went round Carp Lake. You can actually access it here, so as well if you park here, there's no pegs at this bit, so we've just walked around this corner from them pegs. And all this, there's no fishing on this bit here, and then pegs do start at the bottom end on the other side, so I'll start from there. But I'll show you what's down here as well, because not everyone's seen it. But we've got a bin, more safety signs up, so emergency hotline, NRA, deep water, no boating, so already it's covered. And there's a safety ring, another bench, more safety signs behind the good fiance. Already looking good. Stunning place. So these here aren't pegs, you can't fish up here. You've never been able to. But next here is a massive pylon buried in safety signs, so you know, don't go licking it, don't go climbing it, don't do anything, just walk past it, guys. Don't look at it, don't make eye contact with it, and it won't happen, yeah? This bit has always been something that I've looked at for years when I've walked around here, because it's been eroding away for years, and where reeds are over there looking here, That's where it was starting to get bad years ago, and now it's like there's hardly out left. I can't believe how much it's ate into the bank of it years, this bit, but it just goes to show. So just be careful near edges. Another bench, another warning sign there for overhead cables, so again, don't go licking them. And then a long path all the way down here to the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll spin you around when I get to the bottom here and show you towards bottom. So I know there's no fishing down this end, but another safety ring there and some more warning signs, again overhead cables, cost of them things, and keep your dogs on string. But it's nice to see some over this side as well. Another bin, another bench, more signs there, loads of them there, look. If you get wet here and you didn't like it, there is no excuses. That entrance takes you to back at Carp Lake, so you can actually exit there and come down onto Main Lake that way as well. So, right, this bit, again, you can't fish down here, so it's irrelevant, but it's like worth showing you. We've just walked all the way down here, and this is where the island starts. And years ago, it used to be massive, and over time, it's all eroded away and fallen in. But down here as well, in summer, when it's nice and warm, you get a lot of carp under these trees. And I thought I had it to put it in this video, but I hadn't. There's a couple of big koi in here as well, massive koi that someone's put in over time, and I think someone's caught it, biggest about 16, 18 pound. But as you can see, big swan under there on nest, and all across there is where it's swans and geese and everything, ducks, it's where they all nest and hatch. So it's like an out of bounds area anyway, so as much as people would enjoy a day fishing down here, it's best just to stay clear of it. The bin here, and then the bridge, and then we're going to walk around over that way. And then down here, you've got your inlet coming from up there, and again goes into here, into the next one, down into Rother. But this bridge, when it floods, I mean, it comes all the way over at top of here, and it's like a nightmare. I think there's a video of me walking through it somewhere. But yeah, nice flow of water coming in here, nice and shallow as well. A lot of people like to walk the dogs down there and wash the paws off, but very nice area at lake. You just can't fish it, I'm afraid. Right, so come out to the bridge, you can go that way. It's like another footpath, takes you up towards Trans-Pennine Trail that way. And then you've got danger thin ice, a load of information on there, safety stuff, emergency, all that stuff. So because this is another entrance to Country Park, you know, it makes sense to put it there as well, so covering the backs. And then there's the island from this angle. All these trees that are in, believe it or not, there are time, years and years ago, now were tiny, you could jump from this bank to that bank, and it's eroded in that way and that way. And you can actually, I think island's nearly in two there, but all these trees have just eventually fell over. Right, now here is the first pegs on this side at Res. So sign there, keep your dog on a lead. This is first peg. What peg number is that? Just steps going down to it, look, so it's not like a slippery slope. Peg 40, and again, same as others, all that rigid, hard moulded plastic stuff, and it's an absolute feeder heaven down here. Like, people catch loads of skimmers on feeder on good days, and even on a bad day you can, you know, get a few bream and some roach and what have you, but some big bream in here, when you get on them, you normally get like 5 or 6 at a time, and it takes years to catch them again. I've been that person. On the bench, we've actually passed loads of benches on the way round, because of how big it is and elderly and what have you, and just convenience. It's nice to have a few pegs. But again, another peg, nice bank here to put your hold all and everything up. That's Holly on that one, feeding ducks. But just really, really nice layout and set up. Hardly any litter anywhere. Nothing bad to report on, to be fair. It's just a venue that's got more than enough signs, hardly any litter. Next peg there, Holly just put some feed on for geese, but they're actually following where she's going. She's putting it down, but then they're following where she's going, so it'd be nice to get this big swan over for a bite. And you get a bit of this, feed this swan. Alright, who wants it? You want it? Oh, nice. See, idea is to attack the hand until I drop it. There you go. And then try and get some. Yeah, not that bit. Very nice. Peg 36, I think that is. Again, nice chuck over there. There's no fishing over that side, so you know, sky's your limit, go for it. Peg 35, I think that one is. Ollie's just chucking some more seeds down for bods. I'm going to go up this way. Right, that's them few pegs there, and then we've got a few more here. We've got another safety ring there, which is awesome, and then up that way is the park. A couple of tight pegs here under this tree. So these, but they're no more than sort of 11 metre apart. You'd probably peg them both in a match, but I guess you've got someone to talk to. Safety ring, peg 29, that one. 28, so numbers go down that way, and it must be one on this side of the outlet, this way, and then they go that way, and there's obviously then a few on that far side over there. So we'll go and look around this corner and show you this bit, and I'll show you back end up here as well. Oh, he's got a wonky leg. Oh, his leg's backwards. Oh no. Maybe he's been to Kiverton Waters. Right, so we've just come from this corner here. It's just all rocks here. There was a bit of staging here at some point, and it's just gone. But you could walk out onto this bit here, and it's all disappeared. So I'm not quite sure what's happened with that. But this is just like bird heaven here. So this is up park and everything. All these white flying cats and stuff like that. So I'm going to take you up this way now, just round to these few pegs here where I've not shown you, and that should finish the video off for you. But already, because it's another entrance down from main cafe area there, you've got loads of signs, nearest rescue equipment, no swimming, no boating, danger deep water, danger thin ice, and a safety ring on show as well. So probably took cover up front of that, because of how many kids are next to this park day in, day out. It's probably just to reassure parents and just people in general that there is actually one in there. So good shout that. Another bin, and another bin up here. I can already see 7-8 benches here, so plenty of places to sit down with a coffee if you're coming for one. So I'm going to take you up here now, show you around here. Right, now coming around this corner, we've got the first peg here, front park. So peg 25, so 26 what we finished on, all the way down there. This is now the next one. So they don't actually peg all in front of where park is and everything. You've got these 3 floating islands, and a lot of you might think, well, they were never there. They actually came out of the Carp Lake. A lot of you remember there was some in there. Well, they came out of there, so that's where they're from. But I think water a bit, nice and high up as well. Nice feeder peg that. Predominantly down here, it's a lot of feeder anglers that come for a chuck. So good pole fishing though. I see some blokes with pole down here. Peg 24, nice concrete steps as well. I think you've probably got a bit more water underneath peg here, so it's quite a nice area at Lake to be. I'll take you up here and round anyway. Peg 23, again nice concrete steps, plenty of stability there for box and everything. So in these pegs, so 24, 23, you've actually got your floating islands in front of you, so you'd have to sort of gauge. For a long truck you'd have to gauge that way, and they are floating, so you've got to remember they are on chains underneath, so just be mindful if you're hooking into any bream further out. More benches, and then that path takes you up to the big cafe and like country park centre and everything. And then next to these benches you've actually got a peg there. So if you're amazing at fishing like I am and you lot, then you know you can have all your audience behind you watching you become champion. But this is probably last peg you've got to worry about with an island on. So 22 to 25, they're your island pegs from that side. So just something for you to take note of. It's quite a lot of room between each peg as well, and it's like quite covert, quite covered. So it's not like people can see in your side trays and everything. Peg 21, nice peg. Got a lot of water to go out here. There is actually an outlet over there as well. I don't think that's a floating island. Oh no, it is a floating island. So no, it is a floating island. So peg 21, and you have actually got another floating island over there as well. So peg 21, you've got them off to your right, that one off to your left, so you have got a lot of clear water to go at you. And we'll go up here, another 35 benches for you to sit on. Peg 20, there is actually pegs in this corner as well, so a lot of water to go out here from peg 20. Loads of room behind as well, so I'll just show you all this. Loads of room you know, for all your audience and all your fans and everything. Another bin. So if you leave a sweet corn tin on any peg, but if you leave a sweet corn tin on that peg when that's there, then you're the problem fella. So yeah, but peg 19 that. Don't know what these are, might be some old pegs that probably once used to be in, and like it wouldn't make sense really to peg these out in a match, so probably didn't focus on putting any new ones in. Behind here we've got all these benches, and they're all plaqued as well, so these are all in memory of somebody local or someone's local hero or a good family member or even a keen angler that used to be down here. A lot of them have got like that's got 3 plaques on, look, so a lot of heritage down here without even realising. And this peg, which is numbered 18, you've got that island right in front of you, so let me go on here. Really solid peg. You've got all these boards next to you as well, down here, and then you've got that island out in front, so a lot of water to go out, but that might be an half decent feature there to fish to. And you've got a nice good view of everyone else and all these pegs here as well, so you can see who's catching from here. Right, I'm going to take you around this way. There's a chap fishing up here, so I'll try not to go in his way unless he talks. You know, if they start saying, "Hey, you're alright, you're filming," then, you know, I'll say, "Yeah, you know, I won't put you on camera if you don't want me to," and then you lot don't see that bit. Right, we've actually got a road sign here. Main road's only there, so that van there is probably that chap who's fishing here, so you can actually park there and walk down to your peg. That's probably what someone's just thrown in off at Main Road, not sure, but this peg 17, nice covered peg, and you've got that island again to a chuck over there. Peg 16, really nice looking peg, that one, really nice. Let's go further up here. Peg 15. This one at pegs that I used to go on as a kid. We used to come up and we used to walk around here, and it's because you could see Park Ranger coming. There weren't as many trees here then, but you could see Park Ranger coming that way, and you could actually see him walking this way. So when he used to walk around and try and get a day ticket off us, we'd actually then go up and we'd walk that way, and then he'd go in his van and he'd go. So we'd try and get out of paying a day ticket when we were like 7 or something daft. But these are old pegs, concrete plinths here, and then they've got these sort of moulded plastic things out there, so last forever they do. Really good stuff, cheap as well. So chap there, that's the fishing on Waggler. He's had a few fish, so nice to see. Peg 13, and then we go around onto these last couple of pegs here before outlet, and then that's Fishery complete, guys. But lovely pegs. I mean, you can park here as well. I don't think there's any restrictions, but you can actually park there and just walk down with tackle, and then go and either chuck your car in car park, or a lot of them do leave them on Main Road. If you come past here a lot, you'll actually see a lot of people like vans and cars and what have you. So they do use it a lot to park up. Down onto this one. See, these pegs were besting years ago. Now a lot of good weights tend to come out in them high numbers over there where we were before. So I don't know, maybe it's all turned around a lot, but chap was just saying not long back they had a small boat out with an outboard on, pouring loads of limestone in, which, for any of you that don't know, it's like a good weed and silt control method. You know, putting a lot of limestone, and it's like putting limestone in here and getting it a good mix up with an outboard. Right, if you're on a boat with an outboard, what you normally do is either have it in reverse, so boat's going backwards, and what you do is you just pour it in front of outboard, and then outboard motor just like sort of sprays it really and helps sort of churn it all up. And it's like a fishery having a rennie, if that makes more sense to you. Just helps all them horrible toxins get out and all algae to die down and what have you. And it's a good weed control as well. Let's get around onto this last one. And then this peg here, which doesn't look like it gets fished a lot, but it does look like it's housed by geese a lot, is the last one. And you've got the outlet over there. That peg we started on before we went round Big Res, and this is the last one, peg 9. So peg 1 is up near car park, peg 8 is there, peg 9 it goes that way round, and then 20s, 30s, and then I don't know how far it went, I can't remember. But that's pretty much it for Poolsbrook Country Park, guys. All 3 lakes in a nutshell for you. Loads and loads of signs. Another safety ring there, and it is in there as well, you can see it, so didn't want to miss that. Another bin there. Absolutely buried with safety signs and safety rings around here. And as a lot of you have seen, there's hardly any litter either. There's odd cup here and there, and there's, you know, odd wrapper, but overall the place is so exposed to public day in, day out. Do you really want to be that person that's dropping your litter where people can see you doing it? You know, and if you're an angler, and we are popular this place is, do you really want people seeing you leaving tins of sweet corn on peg when you're fishing? Because, you know, you're going to be seen down here. You can't get away with it down here.
I watched a video on the sandals the other day, how they walk around sandals.
Ah, in workshop.
Yeah. And I've seen it, I saw we do. It's a picture of their lost article, mate. I thought they got that.
No, yeah, they were.
I thought they got that.
No, we, you know, free fishing for kids
Well,
and
I can see
everything.
what they're doing. They were doing a lot of work towards it.
Ah, yeah.
I thought they'd give it quite. I thought it would be alright if he gets it.
I can say, well, Artil, like, it's a 7-minute drive from my
Well,
house.
You did good work, and I was following you on YouTube, and I followed you all over.
Ah.
And I thought you were doing good work, this lad. I know they don't get it once embryo in it.
Yeah.
I thought the money's going to talk here. It was that Jimmy Fairbass, not Fairbass, he owns that big.
No, you're
The
right.
question I want to ask you, knows that brasm that gets on that, where do we get it from?
Revolution Baits.
I want some of that spray.
That Brazilian, yeah, I've come in wrong car, otherwise I'll give you a bottle.
It's good.
Anyway, Revolution Baits being that good, just had a lovely chap asking how he gets it. He wants some of that Brazilian yellow in answer, and I've said I'll keep some in car. When I see him again, I'll give him a bottle. But guys, that's it for this video. Poolsbrook Country Park as a whole for you. All 3 lakes, all on day ticket. I think there's permits available as well. You'll have to get in touch with details in video at start. But it is a turn up and fish venue. You can just turn up, and it is open to day ticket. And chap over there fishing Waggler, he's going a few as well, so really good. So yeah, from me, this venue gets an A. Absolutely amazing. It's a massive old place, and only thing that lets it down is parking near your peg, I'd guess. So what's an A? So anyway, remember to like and subscribe if you've not already. Hit the like button, give it a share, tell your friends. And if there's somewhere you want me to visit that I've not already, or somewhere you want me to come and give my personal opinion on where you've not been before, just let me know and I'll come down and make a video at place for you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.